All right. So the first video is kind of fun. Let's try another one. Obviously, I got no equipment to do any editing or anything like that. I really have no interest in it either. So I'm just going to let it rip. Let's do some spiritual talk. So, day before Thanksgiving, right? Um, like when it happened, it was unreal. It was like, you like everything kind of comes online. I don't know. That's the best way you can explain it. I used to laugh at people would say that shit, but no, that's the best way you explain it. And psychic, all right. Hey man, get your free psychic reading. That's what I thought about psychics. I don't know if you know that old commercial, but that's what I viewed psychic meeting. And no, suddenly everything starts talking to you, and it makes sense. It comes in through emotions, mental pictures, along with the things around you, the life around you, all aligning at once, and like you just get the thought, and you go, okay, that must be what's going on, right? So this is how this is how I started kind of actually piecing together what was going on in my job. Not only that, my family, um, multiple different angles. I'm still not clear on anything because people just got a real problem kneeling down and accepting what they've done, and it's mind blowing to me because the first thing I want to do is kneel down and accept my punishment. And get it over with. You know, and I thought it was because I was a damaged individual. I was a piece of shit, criminal. But now I've got a different perspective on my life and the things that controlled my mindset, the people that controlled my mindset, the ways they did it. It's kind of clear to me now. The thing I have trouble with is understanding if they know what they're doing truly as like an intent, or if it's just something that you do because you're broken and you haven't fixed yourself. Um, Both of them I can accept. The first one is the crazier one, and I like that path a little more. But anyway, I don't want to go, dragging people's names through assumptions, but I'm starting to find out I don't really have assumptions anymore. I just kind of know shit. Sounds crazy, but at some point you just gotta go, fuck, it's true, and it is. So, about a week later, well, okay, there's multiple family experiences. I went to one Thanksgiving dinner thinking I was being like the good grandson and shit like that, and I'm damn near positive I got poisoned. The dinner conversation I'll be happy to break down to you in the future, step by step, because it's like that. It's a good story. But all in all, I got weirded out. Some of the things I said, I had no idea. Like, I left the conversation saying this will be my testimony. Like, what kind of words are those? And then a few days later, you know, I'm sitting with Spirit, God, and I'm getting my understanding through my spirit team. Um, Everybody online, as crazy as that sounds, but that's how psychic shit works, I guess. And yeah, so I started to call him out on it. And being that I used to be a gifted liar as a kid, you understand responses you'll get from honest people, lying people, or people trying to defer. And I didn't get the responses I would expect to get when I say the crazy stuff I was saying. Like, usually a phone call, or are you all right? You know what I mean? But no, these weren't the responses I got. So um, there's spell work going on, serious spell work. I didn't understand what was going on. It just kept coming at me, and then I received a message. I can't really remember, but it put me on guard, like serious on guard, and I mean things took over. Um, so there was construction going on across the street from my house, and I know what, shutter doors in the back of a dumpster truck sound like. I'm not crazy. I know what the horn of a tornado siren sounds like. I'm not crazy, but when the air shifts around you and you get the feeling like time stops, and then the doors sound like footsteps, and they come up and they right around your house and stop. You know what I mean? And then a siren goes off and it doesn't loop, nothing. It's just, wah, get ready. So then I don't know what the fuck happened. I made some food earlier and it was on. I didn't feel like eating it. I hadn't eaten for a couple days. Just I don't know. I don't know why, but apparently I was fasting. And I blessed my food, asked for power, understood that everything we eat, you better be thankful for, and you better appreciate all of it. The fact that we waste what we do is disgusting, and it's sinful. It's truly sinful. Um, Whatever, another topic. But yeah. So bless my food. Uh, then I start pacing back and forth in the kitchen, and I can feel this shit welling up inside me and energy, right? So I'm pacing, I'm breathing, I'm getting all this in my head that, hey, do this stuff. So I just follow it, and I'm starting to do it. You know what I mean? And then I sit down on the couch, and I don't know about you, but I don't really see myself as a Native American. But my dogs came up and they sat beside me. One of my girlfriend's dogs came up, sat beside me, and it just came over me and started doing, the heartbeat rhythm, and just got into it in like 30 seconds of that stuff, and then it just felt like, pff, that's it. And then, everything kind of got quiet. This whole time, my girlfriend's in the bathroom, and there's like weird, like a two on and off with the dial, and then a three on and off with the the water faucet things. I don't know what it means. It was really weird. She's in a bath, whatever. I understand now that shit was energetically gearing up, right? I had been told that she's gonna come and try to tempt me, right? Well, I've been living with somebody. There's no temptation for a while. I was stuck there, and I'm starting to understand why and how. But anyway, she tries. I deny. She lays down, and I had gotten a reading like hours before this, and it had to do with Medusa, right? We all know the story of Medusa. I won't have to go into it. But she lays down, and my couch is in an L shape. She's on this L. I'm here. I'm facing the TV. She's a long way facing the TV, but what the TV sits on it's a big mirrored like hutch. So there's a mirror. You can view everything, right? So she's down there and she's just staring at me, and off come the glasses, and I'm laying back on the pillow, and I know what's happening, but I don't want to make eye contact, and my body goes into like a shiver, and I can feel the fucking darkness and the pressure just coming down on me and just fucking putting me out. It's gonna extinguish me, right? So then just like your kundalini, whatever the hell you call it, your picture, like I'm shaking now, just explaining it, and everything rose up, and it couldn't get to my heart. I couldn't unlock my heart. It just the dark kept trying to push it down, and all that could come to my brain was just get a tear out. All you gotta do is get one tear out, and it was a fight for my life, on a level that is not physical. It's not understood, so I don't really know how to explain it. But I don't know how long the battle was. It was over real quick, but it was intense, and that's what happened. This thing just my heart blew open, and fucking I got one tiny tear out, and everything was gone. Everything was fucking gone, and the flood of emotions and just everything, confirmation of what it was, all this, and like I've got you, son. You know, I've got you. Anyway, she there's like a DMT state after it, but you weren't fucked up. It wasn't like being on drugs. It was the presence of God, in the room. The TV, whatever was playing. I mean, I don't know how to experience it. I don't know how to tell you what was going on because it wasn't. It was almost like it was being created in the moment. You know what I mean? Like that's what I knew was going on, but it was for her to understand what the fuck just happened, and I could see it on her face, the what the fuck moment, because I've been going through it like the whole week. So wouldn't admit nothing. Went to the bedroom and started crying. All I could do was get up and throw my fucking hands up, and boom! As soon as I did, it was like this flush of fucking golden light. I turned into a chalice, what you would consider the, whatever, the goblet, the holy grail. I turned into that shit, and fucking everything come flowing through me and exploded into the fucking earth. All I could see was gold when I shut my eyes, not black, gold. Yeah, and the tears, the tears, the fucking, and I've had nobody to tell this to. Nobody. So that's what I'm telling you. So here's video 2.